and welcome to the third part of the Jovano Jovanke tutorial. In this one I will teach to the instrumentalists the ornaments. Let's start with the verse and chorus because those ones are fairly easy and any classical player can play them right away. They are also known in many other folk cultures. So we had our verse. I use two ornaments for this one. One is a mordent, just a little mordent going upwards and downwards again, or I use this ornament going to the lower note via the higher one. So if I want to go from C sharp to B flat, then I go via the D. If I play it slowly, but when you perform it, you can't hear the pitches very clearly. You can just hear this little elegant thingy on top, which makes it sound very nice and gives this very gentle and sweet emphasis on top. Okay, so these are the two ornaments, and for the verse I use two different places. I either use this D or this C sharp. Either of those notes I use in the equivalent in the next phrase also to put an ornament. So let's go about some practice. This time I use a mordent only, and I use it on the D and on the equivalent note of the next phrase, and it works like this. Join in, practice with me. One last time. Excellent. Now let's also use mordents, but let's put them one note later and you will hear and feel the difference which it makes. Join in. One last time. Excellent. And now let's do one practice using this ornament which goes via the higher note to the next lower one. So I demonstrate. Let's do one practice as slow as this one. And now let's practice a few times a little bit faster and in the right flow. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. And once more. When you perform them, you will have the nicest outcome if you mix them up a little bit. So let me have one little demonstration how this could look like. Okay, and now practice and make up your own little variations, but you can do this by yourself. Together we shall go now and move to the ornaments of the chorus. Here I use the same two ornaments, but I also use a little trill. Mostly I put them on certain places for a special emphasis, but actually it's very difficult to pinpoint because it's quite spontaneous, and wherever you feel you want to make a little emphasis or a little extra curve, then you put in another ornament, and you can do this very spontaneously and creatively. So the main places are those ones. I often start with a little mordent followed on this next emphasis by a little trill. And here I use a semitone trill because on the violin that sounds very small, very nice, very elegant. On your instrument, and this is a general rule, you need to use the ornament which brings out the right expression, the right meaning. And it might be when you use a tone, when you play some kind of wind instrument, that when you use a tone, that the movement is more elegant, is smaller, makes less noise, and is much easier to perform, so you can get out this elegant and sweet quality. So, exploring time for you. And here, let's go further. So we have a possible little mordent at the beginning. And then a little trill. And then when I go on, I might use another little mordent on the next emphasis. And then again, a little trill. These are the basics. So let's try those basics together. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. Mordent, trill, mordent and trill. Let's practice again. In the next little section, this little scaly bit going upwards, downwards, mostly I actually play it in a little variation. So instead of, I play, which is like a little rhythmical variation. So you can do, and then mostly I put something in on the edge of going down. This time I used, you recognize probably the one which goes via the higher notes downwards. But if you want to have a little bit of a different emphasis or expression, here I put a mordent on the F. I also put a little mordent on the first note. But you can do different things. Just play around and see what your fingers will give you. And now we have arrived at our section with many notes, and actually I don't do many ornaments there. I phrase it very nicely. Daya, da, daya, daya. This gives the best kind of afterwards. You can do the same ornamentation which I already explained you for the verse. So this is our chorus done. Let's play through the verse on the chorus, and let's play with some different ornaments, but we do this together with accompaniment because it's a lot more fun. 2 bars in. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Well, this is a nice relaxing bit over, and now we have some hard, bony work with our fingers to do. So from suddenly this will become which are quite a few more notes. So what am I doing? Instead of, when it comes from moving from the B flat to the G, I put in, so it's like a mordent which goes up, down, up again. me. And once more. One last time. And then we can do exactly the same at the beginning of the next motive. Instead of we play. Practice with me. And once more. And one last time. Now let's practice those two sections together with those two ornaments. Join in. Once more. Okay, now on the next phrase we do exactly the same. In this case we go down from on those first two notes from F to E. We play so we play F, E, F, E. And let's practice it. Again. And again. One last time. And now we have one more. From D to C sharp we do the same. One last time. Excellent. And now let's practice still one time without accompaniment, slowly through the whole instrumental with those ornaments. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. And repeat. Tiny bit faster. Excellent. Okay, now let's just briefly go through the ones of the harmony because they're exactly the same. So look. Here from C sharp to D. Practice. One last time. Now from E to F. Join in. One last time. Now from A to G. One last time. And the ending from F to E. And join in. One last time. Excellent. And now let's play through the whole instrumental harmony with ornaments. Again, first slowly. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. And repeat. Excellent. And now I think it's time we're gonna do one instrumental rehearsal
This one is the slow one. 2 bars in again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Now, one thing which is very important, especially in the instrumental, is that the flow of the piece, the timing, and the expression, the meaning, stays always the same. And you can do as many or as few ornaments as you like. Those basic principles need to stay there, otherwise you kill your piece with doing your ornaments. So make sure whatever you do it lightly, and it should stay. Excellent. So now ready for the practice.
Let's have a whole run now through instrumentally in the right speed and with all the ornaments. We start with the instrumental, then go to the verse and through the chorus and back to the instrumental. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1.
Excellent, well done. Well, I suppose most of you will have to spend now some time going slowly over these ornaments and practice them until they sit in your fingers. And then is the point where you can just let go and they flow into the tune until you can really have fun playing it along with everybody. And then you are free to go to jam sessions or to, when you travel to Macedonia or the Balkans, anywhere else, to join in the wedding. Okay, that is all about Jovano Jovanke I will teach you today. In the description you will find a link to learn the dance steps, and also you find a link where you can get the sheet musics, including the lyrics from. And apart from this one, I wish you loads of happiness and loads of fun performing Jovano Jovanke at as many occasions as you can. And that's all for today. See you soon. Bye bye.